Hey everybody, it's Master Gallengeist here, bringing you my review of Doctor Strange Damnation Issue 4. And this was a great conclusion to Damnation. This just was a crazy event, and they did it in a kind of different way than usual. I like how there were twists and turns that you really didn't see coming. So, we get Wong kind of narrating what's been going on so far as they're continuing to fight the Ghost Rider versions of the Avengers and all that. And then we get Mephisto riding out on Johnny's bike, pretty much making fun of Wong, saying, "Oh, that was your plan to send a minion of hell after me? That was really dumb. That was really stupid." And he's like, "How does that make you feel?" But then, of course, the Ghost Rider versions of the Avengers start whooping his ass. He's like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Hey, this really isn't your realm yet, is it? And you kind of left your throne vacant, so when you sent Johnny to hell, he's now the king and has raided your vault and everything and got all the souls." And Mephisto's like, just that look that they're able to get on that page, like, fuck, they got me. It's like, there you go, Wong. So, we then see that Strange is back as well. He tells Bats, "You can get out," and everything, and then Strange is like, "Oh god." He tells Strange to hold off because his legs are broken and everything from Thor and all that, but Mephisto is like, "Well, screw this," and pretty much tries to send Wong to hell. And Steven's trying to help him and all that, and the Man-Thing's able to give him purchase to grab onto something, but Wong's like, "Listen, it's alright, and if anybody knows fear, they burn at the touch of the Man-Thing. I'm not afraid." And he goes down and checks on Johnny pretty much, and be like, "Well, we can't really get you out right now, but if you can help us with the Avengers souls and all that, that'd be pretty cool, because Steven's going to need a little bit of help." So what do? They essentially put on the souls of the Avengers onto Doctor Strange, and as Mr. Knight calls it, calls him an Avengers god pretty much. And that was really cool, just seeing him pretty much beat the devil to death. And saying Avengers assemble with all the power that he's got, and Mephisto just having no idea what to do and what's going on. And, of course, Wong's getting sent back to Earth, and he says, "Listen, we'll get you out when we can." And Johnny's like, "Well, if he gets away from you, send him down here." I got it. So, it was pretty cool because the coup de grace, Strange was getting ready to unleash pretty much a Mjolnir lightning-infused thing, but of course Mephisto got away from him. And then we just see that everything's kind of returned to kind of a normalcy kind of thing, and Strange is like, "I had him here, Wong," and he's like, "Listen, we gotta talk," pretty much. And they have their moment, and what Wong brings up in this issue, before we even get to this point, is that Strange he did this for Vegas, but he thought he wouldn't have anybody by his side. But as we see throughout this whole event and everything going on, people did come to help him. And he thinks he has to do this stuff alone, but of course he doesn't. And Wong brings that up to him and says, "Listen, I know that even if you hated me and all that, you would come, even if it meant corrupting all the souls on Earth to come and save me." And he's like, "Yeah, without a second thought. And that's your problem. I take a second and a third thought, and my plan worked. You are bad at plans." And then they start laughing over it, and they're like, "Okay, yeah, we're good." And he's like, "But Mephisto got away." But then, of course, we see a thing, and we then cut to Mephisto. He'd evidently gone to hell, and it was really cool seeing Johnny with the flaming crown and all the rest of these assembled Ghost Riders down there. And they just pretty much trussed him up, send him back to Earth, and they just locked him up in this pretty much thing that could contain a demonic Hulk. And he's just in the Hotel Inferno, which stayed and became like one of the most popular casinos in Vegas, which I thought was pretty funny. And we just, towards the end of it, see Bats and Strange kind of like talking about it, and they go off. Then we get towards the end where Wong also is staying to look over and make sure that the hotel and casino are guarded properly. Strange is back in his Sanctum Sanctorum and has most of the rest of the Midnight Suns with him and says, "Listen, we gotta get Johnny out." And they're like, "Yeah, but we don't have the numbers for that." And of course he says, "Well, Wong had a plan for that as well." And shows all these rest of these mystical people and everything. I'm like, yes, please. that sounds awesome. Why, it says to be continued, ... And I hope they do something with that, because that would be pretty cool. I liked how strange and different this event was, because it played out in ways that I didn't expect, like getting Johnny to take over as the King of Hell. You wouldn't think of it immediately, but once you see it in the context of the plan, it just works well. And then it creates the problem of, well, there's a power vacuum if you take Johnny out, so you gotta have a contingency plan in place. So I'm really interested to see how Wong does that and what his plan is. So I overall enjoyed this event, and I think it did a great job of showcasing Strange trying to do the best that he can, things of course going awry, and the people around him coming to help him, and him doing what he can to be the Sorcerer Supreme. So I really enjoyed this, and can't wait to see what other kind of stuff we'll eventually be getting into with Doctor Strange. So those are my opinions on the issue. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. Also like and subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.